Hello friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to my channel. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I make immigration and travel updates in the Philippines. So in this video, we'll talk about travel exemption. Sounds exciting. So travel exemption. So how can we apply for this and who are eligible to apply and for what reasons and what is the procedure? So before we talk about that, let's heed to the latest public advisory of the Department of Foreign Affairs. So last November 11, the Department of Foreign Affairs released this advisory. It's called Travel Exemption Fee Scam related to the entry of foreign nationals into the Philippines. So the DFA warns the public against any form of scams related to the entry of foreign nationals into the Philippines. So to be clear, the DFA does not collect any travel exemption fee or any kind of fee whatsoever for the purpose of allowing foreign nationals to the country. So the Bureau of Immigration have been involved in many corruption allegations, and currently there is now a big investigation being held in the Senate with regards to Chinese nationals having special treatment into the country, and it's a big mess. But unfortunately, this is the sad and ugly truth in the Philippines. Corruption really is very rampant, and foreign nationals, there are who take advantage, and there are those who are vulnerable to the corrupt officials. So just that, to be clear, there is no fee or whatsoever that the DFA is asking. Now let's move forward. So let's talk about the travel exemption. So this travel exemption, as we know, that there is a inbound travel in the Philippines, inbound travel ban in the Philippines, and only certain foreign nationals can enter the country. Now, this travel exemption is a process that you have to apply for to prove that your travel to the Philippines is essential. And to the government body that is responsible for this is the Department of Foreign Affairs, or the DFA. So it's not actually the Bureau of Immigration, it's the DFA. So the DFA will be the one to approve or deny the application for the travel exemption. Now, the Bureau of Immigration is only an executory body. So if the DFA says yes, then the Bureau of Immigration will just follow that. So I have been digging information on the internet about this travel exemption, and I could not find any info about this. There is no info on the department. I couldn't find it on the Department of Foreign Affairs website, not on the Bureau of Immigration. And so I tried calling the Department of Foreign Affairs, and unfortunately I tried calling 3 numbers and all of them didn't answer. No answer. And I tried emailing them, no answer. I tried contacting them on Twitter, no answer. So yeah, I even called 3 Philippine embassies, and for one embassy I got a little bit of information, but the 2, so it's really hard to get this information. So there is very limited information in this, guys, and I will share to you what I have gathered. So who can apply for the travel exemption? So for now, the first one is the holders of special retirees visa. So these are foreigners who go to the Philippines to retire. So they may be allowed to enter the country, but they need an exemption because as of now they're still not allowed. Yeah, So they need an exemption. So for holders of existing and valid SSRV visas, you need to request an exemption letter at the PRA through email only for endorsement and approval at the DFA. So holders of SRRV visas must send an email at, I'll put it here, re-entry request at pra.gov.ph with complete details. First is you need to fill out an electronic form. And then after that form, you need to send a copy of your passport, a copy of your SSRV visa, and last is a copy of your PRA ID. Now remember that this is only a request. So there is no assurance to this. And more importantly, this is only for holders of existing and valid SSRV visas. And unfortunately, if you are thinking, oh, maybe I can apply for SSRV visa. Again, because of corruption allegations, issues in the Bureau of Immigration, the application of SSRV visas has also been suspended for some time now. So yeah, but for holders of valid and existing visas, of SSRV visas, you can apply for an exemption. I just said the request or the procedure, and I'll put it here on the screen. Again, it's only a request, so there's no assurance, but at least there's some hope there. And sadly, next we have move on 9G visa or working visa. So for those who didn't know, 9G visa is a Philippine working visa for foreigners entering the Philippines to engage in a lawful occupation. So as of now, 9G visa is still not allowed to enter the country. However, holders of a 9G visa may apply for an exemption. So they may apply for an exemption from the DFA. So in order to get the exemption, first they need to contact the DTI or the Department of Trade and Industry, because they will be the one to check your documents. So you have to provide them supporting documents of your visa, and you need to prove that it's really essential for you to enter the country. And this has to be supported also by your company. And after you get the approval of your DTI, the DTI will deem that your travel is essential, and they will endorse you to the DFA or the Department of Foreign Affairs, where they will receive the travel exemption application. So it will be up to the DFA to decide if they will accept or deny your travel exemption. Now, so after you proceed, after you get the endorsement and then the DFA will approve your travel exemption, then you can go to the Bureau of Immigration and then to the embassy. So the process is DTI, DFA, BI or Bureau of Immigration, and then embassy. So if you succeed, the embassy will issue you a 9A visa, because the 9G visa is still not available to enter the country. So they will issue you that 9A visa, and you will be allowed to enter the country, and they will grant you the 9A visa. So when you arrive in the Philippines, you can just renew your 9G visa when you are already in the Philippines. So that's the option. So travel exemption for SSRV holders and 9G visa holders. Now I also got in touch with an immigration officer, and this officer is really helpful. I asked him, would there be any travel exemption application for, let's say, like compassionate reasons, humanitarian reasons, you know, like a death of a family? I'm sure there's something for that. I asked him, and he said that yes, there is, but you have to contact with the DFA. I also confirmed this information. I called the embassy, the Philippine Embassy in Sydney. I tried calling the embassy in USA too, but because it's a holiday today, so I didn't get through them. but this is what the immigration officer and the Philippine embassy in Australia told me, that yes, you can apply for a travel exception under compassionate reasons, but it's really a long process. First, the embassy will have to check your supporting documents. Of course, you need to provide supporting documents for the compassionate reasons that you are allowed. You have to submit, and then they will assess that if that's worth it. Like, they will assess, okay, if they accept it and they agree that yes, you should enter the Philippines for compassionate reasons, then they will endorse you to the DFA. But there's no assurance to that. Even though that the embassy will approve of it, they still have to apply at the DFA. So the consulate told me that's a really long process. So she said that if for former Filipinos, it's better and it's best to just apply for the dual citizenship. As for foreigners, well, that's the only option I have there. The other one is wait for the lifting of the travel ban. So yeah, that's the information I got, guys. Thank you so much. So there's not much, huh? But if I get some more information, if the DFA replies, then I can make another video for that. But for now, that's all of it. So for SRRV visas and 9G visas, yeah. And if you have any questions, comment down below and I'll try my best to answer. But warning, I'm not an immigration lawyer. I don't work for the government. Same like you, I'm only learning this from the internet, from research, from government announcements, and following government pages and contacting them. So yeah, this is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time for another video. And I've noticed sometimes my camera blurs. I'm sorry for that. This is supposed to be a new camera. Anyway, I'm gonna return it and get a better one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye!